Well, hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Dice and Destiny, where we have a party that is, for the sake of explanation, a little bit loopy after what happened in the last session. So my question is, who took notes?
You know I always take notes.
I'm not looking at you this time, though.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
Who else?
I'm blank as hell today.
Oh no. Wesley,
Yeah.
what happened in the last session?
Last session we broke into Saintsborough.
Yes.
We managed to slip by by the skin of our teeth. When we got in, we used a combination of disguise self and our outfits that were provided by the Tailors of Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to intimidate the guard that was guarding the entrance of the jail, but he saw through us, and that's why we started a fight after someone didn't prepare prestidigitation. I'm not saying names. Then we got into a fight.
Yep.
We managed to kill the guards, freed Aura, and then we ran like hell.
Does anyone want to fill in any gaps?
Sure. So Jess was so disgusted with St. Barazanix, she decided on their escape to turn round and try and burn the place to the ground, only to be thwarted by some weird, what appeared to be purple tentacles. They ran like heck. The two prisoners that they escaped with, as well as Aura, the female, kind of basically collapsed. Aura tried to resurrect her, and then, did she have purple tentacles as well? I can't remember. But I think she just kind of dissolved into nothing. Am I right on that?
She didn't have purple tentacles, she had a black taint under her skin.
A black taint under her skin, which kind of destroyed her. And then they ran. They also found papers, which they were asked to retrieve by Lord Whitestaff. And in the papers in the corner was initialed VS, or Arshoven.
Very good. So, with that, we are going to get into tonight's episode of Dice and Destiny. It is the next morning after you have all slept in the back rooms of the Tailors of Cambridge, which, now I come to think of it, I've never really truly described properly. I've just said it was sort of up some stairs and out the back. But this is quite a big building, long and 2 stories tall, but you realise the second story is actually only 1, as the hill beside it runs up quite steeply. Hence the stairs up to the bedrooms, even though they're flat, essentially out the back on the ground floor. The building itself, and where you're sleeping, there's 4 bedrooms that you've all slept in this time round. And there's another couple of rooms that are private off to one side, which you assume James and Victoria would be sleeping in. There's a nice little courtyard area with a nice covering over the top of it. Although for the sake of the map, it's uncovered. which is where you're all currently about to head to enjoy a nice cup of tea or wake nut juice and some breakfast. As you all wake up first thing in the morning, you can see your current sleeping arrangements on the map. And for the most part, it's, though the players can see, the stream couldn't. But for the most part, it's quite comfortable. You're all now fully rested. And you should all now be level 5, I believe.
Yippee.
Yep.
Fully rested. Hold on, let me add my health.
So,
Here we go.
with that, you head out and head downstairs and out into this little courtyard-like area and begin to enjoy a cup of, well, you begin to enjoy some breakfast, shall we say. It's the usual accoutrement of various breads and cheeses, hams, and other sliced meats that can be found in this town and considered a delicacy, I should say, with maybe a few croissants off to one side. It's very, very much of the continental breakfast you would expect, with like little jams and marmalades and things like that upon the table. As you sit around ready to enjoy your breakfast, James and Victoria come up to you and they just finish setting the table with the last pot of wake nut juice. And James looks up and says, "So you've had a very, very busy night then?"
You could say that.
That's a way of describing it.
Well, just to let you know, the Lord Whitestaff's butler managed to make it back last night after resting here for a little bit. He started to feel better in himself. Although the loss of his wife, I don't think he'll be working anymore. At least not for Lord Whitestaff. He expressed his apologies for not being able to stay here. Said he didn't quite feel safe. Despite assurances, he decided to head off, and well, if my augury is correct, we should probably have a visitor within the next 10 minutes or so.
Good or bad visitor?
There was a neutral air to it.
So get ready to run in any case. Got it.
Yeah. It seems like all we're doing in this world is running.
Well, you
Speaking
could
of
always
running,
stop and fight instead if you choose. Can't you?
guys, speaking
I think we've had enough
speaking of
fighting for a while.
speaking of running, guys, I think I found a spell that could hide us from the syndicate from the scrying.
The Syndicate? Oh, the Black Glass Rift.
Yeah, Black Last Ritz. I
Uh,
think I found a spell that could hide us from their scrying.
the Crimson Cloak Syndicate has long since been disbanded. Well, I say long since, it's been a few weeks now, but
Yeah, I get that, but the thing is, they can still scry on us. So
yes.
I think for the time being, having this spell is beneficial for all of us.
There's
Anything
probably
that
a
helps
scroll
us
on
stay
us up right
hidden.
now.
Roll an Arcana check if you want to find out.
Oh, if they scrolled on us already. Yeah, go on.
First roll of the game.
18.
As you focus on the ambient energies around, you can't really sense anything at this time.
Can't sense anything. Great. That's always enjoyable to know that. Oh yeah, I can pick new spells for the day.
Hmm.
I forgot about that.
Victoria arrives shortly afterwards and just thought you might like to know I'm going to keep our coming guest out the front for a short while, so enjoy your breakfast whilst I regale them with various different linens. And then she turns, closes the door behind her, and walks back into the shop front.
James,
Yes.
I have a question that's it's been weighing on my mind, and I don't think I asked it when we were first introduced.
Mm.
How did you end up in this world?
My wife and I went for a carriage trip up north, and as we were passing through some beautiful, beautiful scenery, there was a sharp flash of lightning, and then a sensation of us falling. We both thought we had died and come to the afterlife. Well, considering how time seems to have passed differently, I would rather like to say this could be some form of afterlife. But needless to say, we were playing dice in the carriage when it struck. And, well, myself, Victoria, the carriage, and the two horses that were pulling it, and the carriage driver were all pulled through. And as we were pulled through, when we came out the other side, we found ourselves in a small clearing. And yes, we were rather lost and alone, with only ourselves. And first night, we all slept in the carriage, keeping our guard up. And then second night, the bandits came and well, let's just say it wasn't pleasant, and we very quickly learned that we needed information and to toughen up somewhat.
The carriage driver still here?
No, he passed away that night. He got stabbed several times, and despite the wounds, he passed away a few days later from infection.
I'm sorry.
Yes, well, it happens. Needless to say, my wife hasn't been the same ever since, and our excitement that we once had has long since passed. It was rather disturbing to watch. And I will not say any more.
Understandable.
Fair.
Needless to say, the bruises, the beatings, and the various scars from knife attacks. And he rolls up his sleeve, and you see all down his arm defensive scars from where he was repeatedly slashed up with blades. And then he rolls his sleeve back down. Yes.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
Just be wary. It's a night Victoria went to extraordinary lengths to ensure she would never remember. And we'd quite like to keep it that way for her sanity.
Yep. I hear you loud and
Oh.
clear.
Pardon? Cyrus, you said something.
Oh, no. I just said, oh. It's like, wow. That's a lot. I'm sorry you had to go through a lot of that stuff in my world. I guess, needless to say. All of you are from a different plane of existence. Do you know how weird this is?
I can imagine. And the clothing and that you see here, well, we've been here for quite some time now, and we've managed to integrate the style of our world into the style of yours. And we find it quite comforting to know that a little part of our world is being worn by a little part of yours.
All I'm saying is these clothes are really nice to wear. They're really good.
Pardon, sorry, my focus was off for a moment.
Oh, I was reflecting on the clothes you made for all of us. These are really nice, like in your style.
Yes, well, the Victorian gentleman and Victorian lady's style was originally a bit too much for this land. And through Londinium, we managed to slowly introduce it and update the peasantry clothing that is
Victorian.
quite common. Yes. The Victorian era, we were ruled by Queen Victoria, and she was, well, she was quite a powerful ruler, and she had an empire that spanned the entire globe. The sun, they said, would never set on the British Empire.
Chris makes a face that looks like they're close to laughing.
Oh, did they have a bunch of magic or?
No, we had science.
Oh,
As for you, Chris, why do you laugh so hard? Or hide it?
Well, the British Empire is not kind of not really that big anymore.
Oh? Oh. Well, that is a
We've
shame to
got,
hear.
there are a few other countries that are part of the Commonwealth, but there was a lot of independence wars and a lot more people, got their independence and aren't, ruled by one kind of small island.
Very well. 'Tis a pity, but as they say, empires come and go, or rise and fall. It was bound to happen one day. So who rules the majority of the land these days?
I mean, a a lot of countries are pretty independent. I guess like big like conglomerate countries are like the United States of America, uh, the UK, kind of, China.
Hmm.
I mean, Europe as well. Europe,
Well,
we
Europe's
were
a
a union.
continent. Europe's not a country.
Yeah, but we were a union at one point with all the other European countries, but stuff happened.
How much breaking up happened inside of your world? Jesus Christ.
A lot.
Well, just before we came here, there was the Great War, the war to end all wars, and apparently peace was supposed to be known throughout the world afterwards. But from what this lot have said briefly, there was a Second World War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And a
Huh.
lot of other wars after that.
Interesting.
We're still at war. Well, not so much us, but the world still has a lot of war.
Well, the world always had a lot of problems. Not to say this world doesn't have its own, mind you, but thanks to cities like Viridia and larger monsters in the world that are of the flying varieties, known as myths back on Earth, because there are none dragons.
Wait, you mean there are actual dragons here?
Yes.
Ah,
All kinds of creatures here.
We have beholders, we have fiends, we have demons, or demon spawn more to the point, although we haven't seen much of those of late over the last, well, since I've been here anyway, and not much of that comes through on the news, but no, we're more likely at the moment to hear about various sort of bandit and goblin raids, but that doesn't mean to say that creatures aren't out there.
Also a lot of Fae. You'd be surprised how much Fae there is.
Do you know what? I would not be surprised. There are
That you might not.
pixies and we've had quite a few. What do they call them here now? Oh, the little goat-like things with their hooves on for feet. Love to have a good. Yeah. What's sorry?
Status.
Satius. That's right. Yes. Love a good party. They do, but by God, just be prepared for the onslaught afterwards.
Mm.
I mean, I've always wanted to pet a dragon. I mean, mythologically speaking, when I've read books in our world about dragons and things, I've always thought how wonderful it would be to have a dragon as a companion to smite my enemies.
Well, I would advise against it here unless you raise the dragon from an egg and hatch it yourself. Whomever or whatever a baby dragon once hatched sets its eyes upon becomes its mother as far as it's concerned. And you would be well adjusted if you had enough space to keep it. Then there's all the fees that you would have to pay in compensation to the farmers of the lands nearby where it would hunt and go for food, etc. And it can be quite a costly pet. Not to mention the royal tax for actually containing and holding a dragon. You have to pay a fee to the local council, governments, or royalty if you do keep a dragon, because at the end of the day, they need to keep up with the maintenance costs of ensuring that the lands can be kept in order.
There's so much tax on dragons.
I mean, that's good to know. Don't get a pet dragon.
I mean,
How do you know that there's this much tax on a dragon? I want to ask that question. Have you researched?
yes, I have actually. As soon as I found out they were real, I was like, ooh. And my wife was like, can I get one? So I had to do my research. And when I found out that the average cost of a dragon worked out at around 2,000 to 3,000 platinum a year, that's for keeping it, that's for the staff that you would need to ensure that it was kept clean and washed and all the rest of it, the stable. Well, I say stable, more like the large barn house that you would need to house it in, along with the caverns and tunnels that you would have to burrow down with. The excavation costs alone would cost you a small fortune, and that's just up front. But yes, it's then obviously there's the tax for keeping it, which quite rightly they charge, because have you ever seen a dragon land?
Can't say I have.
Well, when they come down on the ground, depending on what type of ground it is, either it could split the rocks or the cobblestone underneath, or it could create large craters in soft, muddy fields. Can ruin crops if it lands in an open field of, say, corn or something. It's. And the tax there is just to ensure that there's enough in compensation and enough to ensure repairs and things like that are available.
Okay, so dragons are off the table. Fair enough.
I mean, you don't have to pay the tax if you're far enough and remote enough out in a place where, say, deer was plentiful. Wild deer, that is.
Also, you have a dragon. If that thing grows up to be large enough, no one's gonna try and charge you tax.
Please don't tempt me.
Oh, but they still will try and charge you the tax at the end of the day.
They will, but what are they gonna do against a very large adult dragon?
Isn't this how villain origin stories start? I don't want to pay the tax. I'm just going to set my dragon on the tax collector. And then soon enough, your dragon's wiping out entire empires and towns, and suddenly you're the big bad evil villain.
Because as we all know, tax evasion always leads to mass murder.
I mean, you're not wrong. At least in our world.
Huh?
Doesn't matter.
What?
Very, very long, complex political stuff. We don't need to get into it.
Oh,
I,
well, sounds like a headache.
I would agree with you, Osiris. But you're not wrong. Those that have often avoided tax in our world has often become known to be villainous in one respect or another. If they're willing to
Sometimes.
commit such a crime like that, what else are they willing to commit at the end of the day?
Seems it doesn't change world to world.
Indeed.
So I was remembering if he's paid his taxes on his flat in Ironstead or not. No.
Oops. So we're gonna have, as well as all this black glass route following us, now we're gonna have taxmen following us because you've forgotten to pay your taxes.
There's like 50
No.
gold like on my at my door.
Wait a
So-
minute. Does that mean we have to pay taxes just for existing here? Because
So you
I don't know
pay-
how the
You pay taxes every day you spend money here. Don't worry about that. Adventurers, you see, have a vivid lifestyle. They tend to go out, they find treasure that's been collected by God knows what monsters in God knows where caves or whatever they've gone and done, and then when they come to the town, they tend to end up having to spend all of it. Whether it's the tolls to get into the town, whether it's the taverns that they have to pay for lodgings, or food and replenishing their resources. By the time they have done all of that and spent their downtime, healed their wounds, paid for various potions and things to heal themselves up with and make themselves stronger, bought new equipment, they're normally left with nothing and they end up having to go out and do it all over again. Quite silly, really.
I'm just gonna look at the party like, is this what our life is now?
This is why life at sea is better.
Life at sea is a little better, but it does depend on the ship you're with. There are
Very
some
much.
horrible labour ships out there, aren't there?
I could name a good few off the top of my head. One that goes here particularly.
Ah,
And I guess it also depends whether you are susceptible to seasickness or not. Because that would suck.
are
I'm
you?
Eve
seeing
shivers
magic
for a
would be
moment.
fine.
Am I susceptible to seasickness? I don't know. The closest I've been to a ship is a pleasure cruise on the River Thames.
Hmm. Interesting. Is it still smelly?
I mean, for a while, they did clean it up a lot. So the fish came back, salmon came back, and everything else. But recently,
And the
again, getting
eels?
and eels, still have eels. But recently, they've basically, because they want to make money, the water companies have started pumping sewage into the Thames again. So
Ah,
anyway,
but I noticed you, Steve. You shivered slightly.
Yeah, I am very susceptible to seasickness.
Oh dear. Well, let me give you a small hint on that one. Stand on the deck and stare at the horizon, because the horizon never moves.
what if you're in a
Yeah.
tempest?
Good luck.
And
What's a
I'm
tempest?
pretty much screwed, I think.
What do you mean, what's a tempest? Do you know a really severe storm at sea? Like a hurricane?
Oh, I thought you was talking about a boat of some kind. I was like, what have they created now? No, storms, yes. Well, even then, if you're on storm, best place to be is actually at the back, at the bow, at the aft of the boat, in the cabin,
Also, I got a strange
with a
question.
bucket.
Do you maybe have a coffee grinder I could borrow for a little second?
Coffee grinder? Sure. Let me
Yeah.
go and get that for you. And he stands up and walks out and opens the door, and leaving it slightly ajar as he goes to get the coffee grinder. He's gone for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, while he's gone, Steve will grab his premium, the premium beans he took with him,
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to pretty much grind them for a spell component.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There's a spell involving coffee.
Technically, no, but I'm flavoring it a little different.
Yep.
Okay, I was really confused. I was like, I need to know what this spell is.
Well, all I'm going to say is whatever this spell is, if it doesn't land, you might be a bit bitter.
Oh,
Could say
that's
that.
terrible.
Oh my god.
Boo!
Oh, boo this man.
Look, I'm a
I
DM.
have
My
to
jokes
live-
might not necessarily be as funny.
I have to live with him. I get this every day.
Oh dear.
I thought it Kane. Fire's gonna ask Aura actually how she's feeling after
Yes.
sleeping.
Aura.
Yeah.
Yes? Sorry, my internet cut out for like 5 seconds, and I didn't think
Oh,
I'd missed
no.
anything, and then people were suddenly calling my name.
You were how is Aura doing? Osiris is asking.
Ah, Aura's sitting quietly. She hasn't said anything, she hasn't done anything. She's sitting very quietly.
How are you feeling?
Does he ask her that like
He is
out loud?
asking her actively how is she feeling.
Okay. She kind of looks at him. I'm alright. Thanks.
Sleep alright?
Yeah. Soft bed.
That's good at least. Ugh, I'm tired. I need more wake nut juice.
It was a big day
So-
yesterday.
There's plenty of wake nut juice still on the table in the pot.
So I was gonna start chucking it. He's a half work, he can do it, it's fine, he'll live. Maybe. Do I have to roll for cardiac arrest?
No, but you might want to roll to see if you're confident enough with the amount of heart palpitations you have at the moment.
Sure, let's see what happens.
I was
Why does he
joking.
have heart palpitations?
I'll roll it. A werewolf having hair complicated
Osiris is getting a heart attack here.
All right.
Yep.
In that case, then give me a Constitution check.
Oh
Sure.
boy.
Happily.
CB in that one.
11.
Yeah, after drinking a coffee, you feel your heart rate raising up a bit, but it's borderline. Probably thinking you probably shouldn't have any more, at least for 10 minutes or so.
He will put it down. I think I will not take any more coffee and go back to eating. My heart is spiking.
While James and Victoria are gone, I'm going to ask the group. So, we have the Black
Hmm.
Glass right after us, and probably the whole of Londinium full of spies. What do we do next? Where do we go next? Has anyone got any ideas? We've got this document with Varshoven's initials on. I feel like wherever we go, we're going to be hunted.
Maybe north, since that was where the origin of this black glass stuff is supposed to be.
We've also got that failed message from bear with me. Instead.
Instead.
Yeah, I was about to say we could also go back to Arnstead, let them know what's happened, what they're planning, and see from there.
Wasn't Viridia mentioned? Don't we have to go through anyway to get to Viridia?
DM, would I know if you
Cyrus,
have to?
roll a. As this is like map knowledge, roll a survival check for me
Survival?
with
Cool, roll.
advantage.
Yippee! Do you know what? I'll take the first one, and that was a 21.
You know, Ironstead is to the south. It's a port to the south of from where you are. That's hit on a river that, if you follow the river up, will eventually come into the Silver Lakes and Londinium. You know
Yeah.
that Viridia is out to the east from where you currently are. And you would know that you don't have to go via Ironstead to get to Viridia. Not that you would need to at this stage, because you
Yeah.
know, as you mentioned a moment ago, your journey is to head north.
I do also don't think we need to go to Ironstead, because Ironstead is south, Viridia is east from where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we also know, like, nothing about the gems that we are carrying.
It's around
We
about
have,
this point that James comes back out with your coffee grinder. Oh,
Yeah. I appreciate it, James.
very good.
Steve takes like I'd say for now half of the bag of his premium coffee.
Mm-hmm.
He grinds it down into a very fine powder,
Mm-hmm.
infuses it with a little bit of his innate magic, and then puts it in a special pouch for spell components.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
I must say that wake nut juice does smell quite exquisite.
Yeah, this is these are the beans from our world, pretty much.
May I have a look at some of them?
Yeah, sure. Steve shows him the beans he brought with him on camp.
He pulls out a single bean and looks at it. And then he pops the whole thing into his mouth, and you just hear him crunch it. Oh. Now that's a taste of earth. They just started importing this. Is it from South Africa, I think?
Yeah,
If I
correct.
recall. Ah. Very nice. And then he spits out the bean and the bits onto the floor, down like a little drain that's off to one side. Very nice. Very nice. Now do tell me, but before you do, just a word of warning, Victoria can't keep this person much longer, and they should be coming out around about now. And as he looks up, you all look up at the same time, and you see Victoria coming through the door. Well, I have managed to acquire the garments that he wishes to wear, and I have the patterns ready to go. And now I'm afraid, and the measurements, but now I'm afraid there is someone here who wishes to speak to all of you. In particular, you, Cyrus. And Victoria steps to one side, gracefully walking through, almost as if he's floating just millimeters above the ground, gliding along. You see a almost silver-skinned elven male with long white hair and what appears to be a open red shirt and a pair of linen slacks. Well, good morning. As you look up, you see Varshovan.
Oh, fun.
He's here now.
Oh shit.
I believe that the Azure Watch has a delivery for you, Osiris. And he pulls out a bag and puts it on the table as he leans across the table.
And like scooch the bag over,
It feels
look at him.
feels fairly heavy.
Can I check if it's trapped?
Roll an investigation then.
I don't trust him.
Now. Why would I trap
15.
it? It's not trapped.
Okay, great. Cool, I'll open it.
Inside you see a stack of shiny gold coins.
Oh, my payment. Oh, beautiful.
And I believe there was a message that you were supposed to receive from the bird.
Yeah,
you
he
sent?
got shut down.
Ah,
Yeah, the message kind of gone.
that might complicate things with me being here in this town, in this city. As much as I love it here, I guess my stay will be short then. In Elven, he changes his language to Elven. And as he looks around the table, he simply says, I don't know if any of them will actually trust me. Before turning back
Wish
to
I knew
Common.
Elven. I don't.
I know Elven.
So do I.
So do I.
Technically speaking, I know all languages because I combine languages.
Yeah, but you need a custom spell to do that.
Or a
Every
ritual.
single person almost here. No Elven.
So, I understand you have caused quite a stir in this part of town with some individuals that I used to do some accounting for. Let me guess, one of you got captured?
Aura stays
Is he still speaking Elvish?
No, he's speaking in common. You can all understand him here. It was only for
Oh, that
that
would have
one
been really
sentence.
rude.
I really don't think our business is your business, man.
Oh, now.
Look, you said you had a message. What's the message?
Well, the message was that the Azure Watch is unfortunately unable to send any reinforcements. However, there are certain allies that they can contact, and I've been spreading the word around to find such a contact, and I was led down a path which led me to a rather strange man. Well, I say man, he's not a man, he's well, you lot might think of him as a devil because of the horns he has on his head, but he's blue. Goes by the name of Viren.
I think we've met this Viren.
Wasn't Varen the Dragonborn?
Yeah, he was the
Oh, that's
Dragonborn.
right. Yes, the Dragon Man.
Think, or was he a tiefling? One sec, I'm just checking my notes.
No, he was a Dragonborn. You're right. I got it wrong.
Yeah, Varen was the Dragonborn, and
Well, a lot of Dragonborns have
Yellow
horns
skin,
anyway.
ruby eyes, crystal protruding from arms is Viren, the Dragonborn. So is yellow.
Yep. Well, seems that you're slightly familiar with him already then.
yeah, he's all right, I think.
I don't think Chris is really.
Well,
Did they meet?
Yeah, you met him. He was the one who
started
Stomped
breaking people's skulls
yeah, that one.
Yes.
so they couldn't speak anymore.
Because I know I wasn't like out of character. I wasn't there for the session where like all that was happening. I don't know if I properly met.
You were there for the second half of that.
Yeah, you were there for the second half of that for the aftermath once we'd
Right,
I
yeah,
think
okay.
defeated everyone
Yeah.
and yeah, then we were looking for stuff and he
Okay.
broke the skulls.
Never mind then.
Mhm.
He broke their jaws. So
Mhm.
yes. Anyway, Vashovan looks up at you all. Well, if I believe the phrase you used before was if shit hits the fan. Such a strange phrase, but I suppose if shit hit a fan, it would get spread everywhere, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'm sorry, I shouldn't ponder these strange phrases that you come out with. But if shit hits the fan, it's probably him that's going to be saving your asses.
Oh.
Well,
As
it's good that we got an ally in case things get dire.
if things get dire, I wouldn't want anyone else other than Viren by my side. At least he knows how to cover his tracks.
Fair.
But you've been awfully quiet, Aurora. Is something troubling you?
Laura is currently not here because is she? She's in the audience.
Oh, let me bring her
Her
back.
thing crashed. Yeah.
Yay for technical issues.
As for you, Jess, have you been honing your skills?
I mean, you could say that.
Pointy end or slashing sides?
Flashy sides. And Jess will probably try and show off. Why not? Why the hell not? I'm just thinking. Is there any kind of like looking at the courtyard? So those are they wooden boxes?
Yes.
You watch me fail this roll. Jess is gonna grab her knife and kind of aim for the wooden box
Okay.
across the room.
Fair enough.
Just a straight throw.
Just roll your attack as though you're doing a ranged.
Oh no, that's my thingy.
That's
Sorry,
the
wrong
damage.
die. Oh, that's not so good.
17.
17. Yeah.
Yeah,
not-
you manage it. Well, he looks at you and he's like, little more practice and you'll be getting that perfectly between the cracks rather than in the center of that knot.
Just will go up and retrieve her weapon. Also, DM, my rolls aren't showing up properly on my screen.
They showed up properly.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. In between the cracks, not for the center spot. And you'll find you'll do a little more damage each time.
Noted.
Now, Aurora, you've been awfully quiet. Is something troubling you?
No. I've just not got much to say, I suppose.
Hmm. As for the rest of you, I do believe you have something in your possession that went missing. And I'm fairly certain that you would not be able to decipher it in any way, shape, or form. At least not without my help.
Who's carrying the log?
Oh, the log. Who has a log?
I don't think we discussed who was carrying it.
Who had the papers?
It was Aura that
We-
had it.
Aura's got the papers.
Aura has the
I
papers.
still have the papers.
Yeah.
You still
You
have
have
the papers.
papers.
Oh. Aura will slowly take the papers out of her boot because she'll probably have just kept them there.
I imagine you've got a new pair of boots since you've come back and gone new clothes and what have you. But yes.
But yeah, she'll put them back in her boots, if that makes sense.
Yes. As you
Boot
pull out
paper.
papers and you look at what's available, we are going to go to the handout. Oh, that was a bit large. Yes. Transfer notices.
Hmm.
I suppose you want to know what this actually means and how it's ciphered, correct?
Would be handy,
Yep.
given someone died to give it to me. Did you know they died?
No, I didn't.
Well,
I
now you
wasn't
do.
aware of people dying, unfortunately. Although I did hear that there was a bit of a mess in a basement somewhere in town. But let's leave it like that, shall we?
Aura's face twitches.
Briss just had a frown on her face.
As you've pulled out these papers and put them on the table, and you can see them clearly now for the first sort of time, actually having a look. Before Varshovan tries to just decipher them for you, he's curious as he looks around the table. So would any of you like to hazard a guess as to what this is? And what it says?
It's people trafficking.
Can Chris have a look at it?
Yep.
Jess saw it in the thing, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
It's people trafficking.
You're taking a wild guess on that, aren't you? Yes, Chris.
And Chris will have a look over it and then kind of like think in their head, like, to probably what ciphers they would have used, or like any kind of cipher stuff, like things that would make sense to hide in something like this when they're creating like their games and stuff.
I mean, there are definitely messages hidden within this.
But all in all, they're just kind of looking and just kind of seeing if there's patterns and everything, and just
Roll an investigation check for me, then.
okay.
Can I assist Chris on this one?
You can indeed, with advantage, Chris.
Okay. Oh my god, where is everything?
Come on, roll high. You've got this.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this thing.
That's one of two rolls.
Nice. Yeah, it's still rolling at disadvantage for some reason.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
And at 8.
Okay, on a dirty 20, you work out from all of this pretty much everything that you need to know. First of all, the route. The 12 surviving subjects. Sorry, wrong paragraph. Well, you figure that one out as well. The route. You figure out that St. Barrow's transfers prisoners in charity laundry carts to the Seven Locks freight house. And from there, river barges move them beyond Londinium. You also figure out that the Varshovan stamp is genuine, but the most recent use is dated after the party delivered him to the Azure Watch. You also figure out that there is a deliberately wrong. One total on there is deliberately wrong by a single copper. Following the same error through later pages in the journal, you discover that every shipment connected, that it identifies every shipment that seems to be connected to the same route. Now, Cyrus and Steve,
Yeah.
as you're looking over this document, roll me an Arcana check. One of you with
All right.
advantage.
What's your Arcana, Osiris?
It'll be lower than Steve's because Steve is a wizard.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
So should I just roll then with advantage?
Yep, roll with advantage as you and Osiris are both looking, although Osiris has dropped.
Well, it doesn't help if I roll low.
Okay. What did you roll? What was your total?
Highest is a 12.
The only thing you notice is that black glass dust has been pressed into the binding.
Hey guys, black glass dust has been used in this.
But why?
Varshoven looks up at you. Ah, you noticed.
Yeah.
That has been pressed in there in order to determine if there has been any alterations to the document. It records any attempts to remove or alter the pages.
So it's like a built-in security system, basically.
Precisely.
Built-in security systems so people don't discover the heinous shit you're getting up to.
More so they can track where this is.
And it can be altered.
Well, if you look closely, you can see a pattern to it as it runs diagonally down the pages, down the spine of this book. Very ingenious use. Allows them to determine if pages have been removed, and at the same time allows them to tell if where it is by tracing it.
And what's your involvement in this?
I'm just the accountant. I was paid to do a job, I tally the books, and then I leave. And that's all I have ever done anywhere.
So you were aware of all this horrific stuff going on and did nothing?
I was paid very handsomely to stay silent. And when you are offered several platinum for a simple accounting job to make sure books tally and say nothing, especially with the likes of them, it's not a job you refuse lightly.
Aura like stands up violently, like her hands like slamming into the table, and she walks out silently.
Before you walk out, roll me a history or religion check, please.
Well, now I have a feeling one of those will be much higher than the other.
Yes.
It's just a feeling. I would be not that correct, honestly. Surprisingly enough. Nat
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Looking over this,
That was religion, by the way, not history.
yep. Looking over this, you notice the laundry cart marks. Laundry cart 4, 7 locks. You remember and recall various phrases of similar nature being said whilst you were down in cells where people were moved in and out. And at the same time, you recall that every time 7 locks was mentioned, there was a shudder that you felt reverberate through the floor. And it did not have a natural or divine sense to it. It felt like it was tapping into someone's mind or knowledge that they had at the time before they were moved out and away. You realise that the prisoners in charity and laundry carts, as memories flood back, almost all of them were magical or used magic in one way, shape, or form. Whether it was divine magic or wizardry and spells being cast through scrolls, that sort of thing. And you recall them talking about the Seven Locks Freight House and referring to it as the old church at the docks on occasions. But you get up and walk out, correct?
Chris is following her.
Jess is going to sit there with her dagger, cleaning her nails menacingly.
So here is my question. Since
Yes.
it's covered with the dust, aren't you concerned the Black Glass Rits are gonna be able to track us with it?
Oh, 100%. But they'll probably send the auditors here first. In fact, I believe they'd be knocking on the door in but a few minutes. I did spend quite some considerable time determining which silks to use for my jacket.
Does the Azure Watch have maybe like a way to prevent them from tracking us, or at least hide our position while we travel with it?
I'm afraid if you're looking for a charm of some kind that can hide you, they are extremely expensive and very, very rare. Though I could offer you some guidance in where to get some, or one, as it's commonly known to be a luck of the draw as to whether it works or not.
I mean, any information is helpful.
Well, you could always choose Squire's magical tricks down the road.
And what does that mean exactly?
Well, Squire's is the name of the shop. Magical tricks is what they sell, along with components and various other things that mages and wizards like to use. But I do say, if you're not careful, people coming out of there have been known to have succumbed to his charm and wit, and have often lost a coin purse in the process.
So look out for pickpockets, I guess?
No. Just don't let him impress you too much with his magic.
So, I see, man. I think I've heard about this magic before. I think it's magic that particularly bards use, I believe.
Yes.
So lots of charming effects.
Charms, sound of music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sound of music.
Wrong
Oh.
universe.
Why does that string of... Why does
Chris
that...
isn't there. Chris followed Aura out.
Hmm?
Chris followed Aura out. Chris isn't actually there. I said that out of character.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So, now you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know part of it. This is actually in reference to a shipment that is coming in. And it is coming from a town being shipped in from up north. Oh, Osiris, I do believe you are familiar with the town.
Sadly, yes.
Would you like to tell us some more about this place? I've never been there myself.
It's the place I'm thinking of, right, DM?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
In fact, it's the place
It's
where you grew up.
it is a horrible place.
Don't spill. I'm
It
taking
is
notes
a not
for next
so good
week.
place. It's a place that values strength above all. And if you're not strong, you will be beaten.
What's the name
It's a
of this
very.
town?
I don't have my phone because my internet short circuited, so I'm using hotspot. DM, what was the name of those dragons?
I believe it was Dragon's Reach.
Dragon's Reach.
I'm just scrolling through to find the information myself.
It's not that inherently mixed feelings on it. The best of all places. It has two worships. One being Tempest, and the other, if I can look back at my notes, what was the other one?
The Ash Cradle or Dragon's... What are
The
you
place,
referring to?
the worship. What deities are worshipped there?
Oh, there's... Yeah. Give me 2 secs. I'm still looking through the notes, trying to find it. Because
That's what I'm doing
it's...
right now.
I mean, compared to Londinium, how bad could it be?
That's
Yeah,
Londinium holds your hand. This place beats you into the ground.
you mean? Okay.
I mean,
Tempest.
it physically beats you into the ground. Yeah, 10%. I don't remember what the other one was.
Because there was two.
There is...
I mean, yeah. This whole world beats you to the ground. What's one more town full of horrific people?
If I remember correctly, the town is primarily half-orc and human? With a few dragonborns.
Pretty much.
But there's a lot of history. Yeah. You'll see yourself.
Hmm.
I'm if we're going there, I'm letting you know in advance. Do not piss anyone off.
It's not me I'm worried about. I can handle myself, as you've seen. It's the rest of the party.
I'll be fine.
I know you will. I know you will, Steve. You're always fine.
Four. Come on, let's. Okay, yeah. I'm giving my warnings.
Cool. And with that, we're going to go off to the back rooms where Aura and Chris have vanished to.
Your
Aura
What?
is silently pacing, just back and forth, very quiet, like chewing on her nail.
Yeah.
Not speaking a word.
Chris is leaning against a closed door, nonchalantly. Like Chris is leaning against the door, just kind of watching her go back and forth. Also kind of silent, but just waiting for her to say anything if she wants to say anything.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna quickly roll something to see how she reacts.
Okay.
Oh god.
That's not rolling. Because that's an overlay.
For what?
Roll a 4.
She takes a deep breath. And looks at Chris.
Mm.
Have you also done it?
And what?
Killed
No.
someone?
I haven't.
Who has? Apart from Jess. I know Jess has.
Aspen. Cyrus. And Steve, I think.
So everyone.
Except for
Steve's hands are clean.
okay. Maybe not Steve then.
These pigeons are
At least
crazy.
for now.
So Chris would be like, I don't know about Steve. Can't remember. I don't like paying attention when we're fighting people.
Everyone seems so numbed to it, I've noted.
So have I. You know, if you keep going back and forth like that, you're going to wear a hole down into the wood.
She starts pacing faster. And she continues to chew on her nails and her skin. It's like a nervous grading down almost.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you feel any better about anything at the moment? Because you're gonna fuck up your hands, and I was joking about the floor.
She stops and kind of looks at her hand, and it's a bit red and raw now. I was there for, I don't know, 2, 3 days. And I already heard and saw so much. And that man accepted money and just stood by and let it happen for money.
I hate people.
How does how I I a man risked his life to give me notes, to give me those pieces of paper. And I saw his face. I was the last person to see his face while it was still alive. And he's okay with that. How? How is anyone okay with that?
I don't know. I really don't. I I I don't know why everyone is suddenly okay with all of this.
With murder.
And
Just say it as it is. They are murderers.
yeah,
And there is reason and logic to my friends. They are not ruthless killers. They have killed for a reason, and though I don't condone it, I cannot say they are in the wrong. But him? He just sat by and let it happen.
yeah.
He should be the one to suffer like that. Not innocent people.
Precious nods.
Roll a religion check for me, Lou.
Okay.
You got this.
Unnatural 20.
Damn.
You
Hell yeah.
feel a warmth you've not felt for a while wrap itself around you almost like a hug. And you hear a soft spoken voice. Briefly. There are things in this world that you must come to terms with. Death is never nice, it is never kind, nor is any reason permitted, as it will condemn the soul of that that's committed the murder. Your heart is too pure, too loving, too caring, to even consider why men and women do what they do and take life. hold on to that purity. Just as you would hold on to the life of your castle. And then she withdraws and vanishes in a brief moment. And for that moment, time itself seemed to stop in the room whilst it happened. And you carry on mere seconds after it's gone.
Chris is just kind of looking at her, and for once, like, for it doesn't happen a lot, but Chris looks genuinely like worried and freaked out. Like they're actually just not putting on a face about the whole fucking situation that these guys are in.
Mm-hmm.
Aura kind of looks down at her hands and she's shaking slightly. And I'm gonna roll again to see. She keeps composure. Damn. And she takes a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go on a walk with Milo. I will not be going alone.
Can I come with you?
Yes, you can. I would appreciate that. But I would like it to be in silence for as much as possible.
Chris, their mouth was kind of like left slightly open. They like very quickly asked if they could come with, and their mouth was left slightly open, and they slowly close it and just give just a very small nod.
Thank you. I'll go get sorted.
Oddly enough, Milo hasn't really left your side, other than when you've come into this room, he's sort of sat outside of it, waiting. And as soon as you stand up to move out, he's back within 3 feet of you. Like, he hasn't moved more than 3 feet from you since you got up this morning, near enough. And he stops, and he looks up at Chris, and he looks up at you. And with a wag of his tail, tongue hanging out, he goes with you to get ready. And we're going to cut back to the courtyard, where Aspen and Steve and Jess and Osiris have been sitting with Varshovan, having a conversation of some nature.
Something's happening. Hmm.
Varshovan looks up from the documents and looks at you all. They're going to come for this book.
Definitely.
And
Yep.
they are going to be, initially, most likely diplomatic and or persuasive. What you do with it is entirely up to you. I'm not going to take that away from any of you. But if you want to keep it, my advice would be to keep it on the strongest of you here.
Agreed.
And he looks up at you, Aspen. The silent one.
I'm gonna like glare at him. I feel like I have probably been glaring at him anyway, but I'm gonna kind of narrow my eyes a little bit.
Very much so.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand up from my chair and just kind of still glaring at him, but address everyone else. Why exactly are we still listening to this monster after he's confessed to us that he values money over people's lives? He knew what was going on, but because he was paid to be silent, he just did nothing. Why are we entertaining any sort of conversation with someone like that?
I agree.
Varshovan stands up.
I understand your frustration, Aspen, but knowledge is power, and if he has information to share, and for us to be able to get things done quicker and much safer, I say we hear out the man.
But this is knowledge from someone who has sided with the people that we are fighting against. Why would we trust any information? What right does he have to expect us to trust any information he has or him himself when all he has shown us is that he can be paid off with a little bit of money to just turn a blind eye to the fact that they're killing God knows how many innocent people, carting them off to God knows where for no reason? What right does he have to stand here and speak to us and tell us what we need to do, who we need to protect ourselves against? Who's to say that he's not the one leading them to us and not this book? He said that they're coming here soon. He knows that. Supposedly, he knows that they're coming here soon. Why are we still sitting here listening to him when he is clearly their friend? He's just going to sit here while they come in and they storm us and they... God knows what they do to us. But we're just going to sit here and let him do it, and we're just going to sit and chat and listen to him.
No, we need to leave as soon as possible.
Here, you know.
I'm aware that you're here.
Good. I'd just like to say, yes, what they have done is horrendous. Yes, I disagree with it. But let me put it this way. Let's pretend that you were a mathematician with a lot of brain. And like myself, not much in the way of strength. And you had a knife to your throat. And you were asked to tally some books and paid a couple of pieces of platinum to keep your mouth shut. Do you value your life or the numbers you write on the piece of paper more?
I would sooner take the knife to my throat than stay silent over God knows how many people you have allowed them to kill through staying silent, telling no one, and just supposedly, quote unquote, tallying some numbers. Those numbers are living people who have done absolutely nothing wrong that you have just allowed to be slaughtered for all you know. So no, I would not sit there and count numbers and act like everything's fine when I know what's going on behind the scenes. I would sooner die than just sit back and do nothing. And then I would also like to storm out past him and slam the door as hard as I can behind me.
As you storm out and slam the door as hard as you can behind you, a loud, echoey thud runs through the courtyard. And whilst Aura and Chris are heading out the back, you have headed out the front. And there in the shop front, where James and Victoria stand, are 3 individuals. And you hear James simply saying, "Well, although we do have guests here, I don't understand why you need to question them. There is nothing that they have that would be of any interest to your audit." A response comes back. "But you see, that's where you're wrong, and I think we should ask them in person." Speak of the devil, and one shall appear.
My hand is resting on the hilt of my sword. But I'll step in slightly closer.
Now, there's no need to. And he peels back his coat, and you can see he isn't armed in any way that you can visually inspect. "Excuse me, I know not your name, but my name is Culdris Pell."
Okay. What do you need?
"Well, I have an offer for you. You see, I know a party that has been housed here temporarily for the night has something that we need that is causing a small hole in our finances. And I would like to make an offer. Would you be willing to hear it?"
I'd be willing to hear it, but I can tell you I'm most likely not going to take it. But go ahead.
"We know that your party was involved with St. Barrow's Annex and the devastation that was wrought upon the place in order to free someone. Now, we are also aware that there is a document that has gone missing. The Black Glass Writ has promised to turn a blind eye to the freedom of an individual. We shan't name names here, but we shall turn a blind eye to said individual being freed in return for the ledger.
Doesn't really seem...
That is all.
It doesn't seem like a very smart deal in my eyes, considering if this person is already free and this party also have the ledger, then what? There's not really a bargaining chip there, I'm afraid.
Let's put it this way. We have your names, we have your identities, and we have the descriptions, and we can send that out to every Londinium checkpoint. Docks, walls, gates, patrols, and they will stop and search you every step of the way. They will make your life a living hell, trying to get in, out, or anywhere in this city. What you have is a rescued friend. What we are offering you is a rare opportunity to remain satisfied with that. I would seriously consider you turn around and discuss this opportunity with your party. We will remain here. You can have your conversation in private. And I will await your response.
I will nod stiffly and walk back to the room. And when I get inside, when I get inside, I'm straight away looking towards Varshoven. Just get out before I run you through.
Varshoven looks up at you. My God, what's happened? Now, I did warn you that they were coming. I did warn you how they would
Out.
trace you.
Just leave.
I will get up. I will stand next to Aspen and I will draw my short bow. You heard the lady.
Said more than enough.
Very well, but if you want to disrupt it before I go, and he does turn and he begins to walk out the front door, the front exit towards the front of the shop. And just as he puts his hand on the handle and to open it, he simply says, "If you can get to the 7 locks, you can prevent the next lot from meeting a similar fate." And he opens the door and leaves. Behind the door, you hear a muffled conversation. "Well, they don't seem to like me, and quite frankly, I don't like the looks of you. You're here for nothing but trouble. All I'm going to say is, sometimes you don't pay enough." And he walks out of the shop, leaving you with the remainder of your party to have a discussion.
I'll turn to the party and just kind of explain in very brief terms what their deal is. So to basically not necessarily give us free passage, but to make us not targets of the state, I guess. In exchange for this book. We can either take it or essentially we'll be, I guess, mowed down if we try and go anywhere. Yeah.
Did Varshoven take the book with him?
Roll a perception check.
Took the book, it would be so funny.
That is a 24.
Ooh.
Indeed, the book has gone, but he has left a page. That page that is currently on the screen.
Beams out, and she'll do the air quotes. Friend has taken the book with him and left us with this.
So he's decided the deal for us, essentially. We don't really have a choice. Either he's given them the book or he's taken it and has doomed us further, thus proving we shouldn't trust him regardless.
Yep. We should have killed
Thus
him when we
proving
had
that
the
we need
chance.
to. Well, it doesn't matter right now. Right now is we have to get out.
Yeah.
Is the main focus. We should get everyone and leave
Yeah, but
as
Aura and Chris
quick as
haven't.
possible.
But Aura and Chris haven't come back yet.
I can let Barnaby look for them.
That might be
Probably
a
a good idea.
plan. We need to get out of here and quick, but What's this thing about getting 7 locks to prevent more innocents from a similar fate?
I assume we intercept whatever this tricking transfer thing is, I guess.
I mean,
Great.
I don't know about you, but I kind of want to free these people.
Yep.
100%.
But obviously it'll be down to Aura and Chris to whether they want to get involved. They're clearly not happy with the killing so far.
Murder?
Yes, murder. But it's kill or be
Look,
killed in this world.
I was about to say, in this world, it's you either kill someone or you get killed.
Survival of the fittest is the rule above all.
Exactly.
And having ideals and morals, it's a good thing. It keeps you sane. But we should also be logical. And if someone is actively trying to kill us, kind words won't help you.
No. As we found out several times already.
Yeah.
I'm not happy
This-
about killing.
You hear a knock to the courtyard door where you currently are.
We need to go.
Yeah.
We need to get their
James
stuff.
opens the door and steps in. They're getting rather impatient, and I'd rather they didn't ruin my shop.
We're getting out of here in a second.
Well, can I advise you try to negotiate? They don't have any weapons on them, and they are clearly not here for a fight.
Steve,
Yeah.
you know what we said in St. Barrow's Annex about prestidigitation would be really useful? Please
Yeah,
tell me to learn that spell.
Yeah, I've learned it now. I took notes.
Then I suggest we trick them? Maybe? I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a shot. With your prestidigitation and my persuasion, we may just make it out of here alive.
James
I
looks up
mean-
at you and simply says, "They're not going to kill you. They're not even going to hurt a tiny hair on your head. That I can promise. They
They're
are
just
here for
to-
diplomacy. They are here to negotiate and to find out what your answer is. They do not want to fight."
Well, the answer is this Varshovan has just taken the documents that they want.
Ah, then I would
Yep.
suggest you go out there with whatever that is and speak to them. Tell them that. Then they might go chasing after him instead.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Either way, I want these 3 out of my shop, and they refuse to leave until you talk to them. I do
I don't-
apologize for being so abrupt here.
Don't worry, I will let them know.
Thank you.
I'll follow.
I will be the bearer of the news.
We just
Steve walks into the shop and addresses the gentleman.
Ah, so you've come to a decision then?
It was made for us. Someone has taken the book from us.
Oh, the gentleman that walked out the shop stole the book from you.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion. How good is your persuasion?
You're
Mine's
the one making the
fantastic.
argument.
Yeah,
You
true.
said it.
Yeah, I said it. Fair. Persuasion. There it is. With advantage, thank God. Let's say 14.
On a 14, he looks up at you and is like, very well. I suppose there is not much that we can do, and Varshoven is quite the slippery customer. Why did we ever keep him on our books?
So this means he will let us pass without any problems?
I would say that. And he looks. Either of you two carrying the piece of paper in your hand?
Nope. I've left it at the back with either Osiris or Aspen.
No one's carrying the papers. We're just gonna hide it.
He has been known to take liberties. But unfortunately, I can't. Still a bit early, and I haven't had any wake nut juice. Unfortunately, I can't allow this book to slip. We require it for our audits. I would advise you to chase him down and capture it. Regain the book and return it.
It's your book. Why can't you do it yourself?
Oh, trust me, I will put the memo out.
Then you don't need us, do you?
No, but it's going to be sweeter if you can return it. It'll prove that you're not bluffing. And I will give you until the 3rd bell after sundown to return it to us. We'll be here to collect it. Here at the Tailors of Cambridge, or...
Let's take a more neutral spot to ensure...
I can't think of anything more neutral than this shop, to be honest with you. If we go to a tavern, they'll be prying eyes and ears. If we come to any location whereby our guards could be, then there's obviously going to be bias leaning towards us. If we come here, you have the favour of James and Victoria Cambridge.
From what I understand, you are the prying eyes and ears of this town.
Precisely.
So then why does it matter that we meet here and not a tavern?
Because at least here you know you are safe. Whereas at a tavern, wouldn't it be more likely that you're going to get ambushed by the other members of my team, of my group?
Well, considering you're the eyes and the ears, I'm pretty sure you could send a message.
Oh no, I'm just an auditor.
Well, considering you're an auditor and you are a member of the Black Glass Writ, are you not? And you are the eyes and ears. So why don't you have eyes and ears out for Victoven and do your dirty work yourself?
So you're refusing to cooperate in any way, shape or form? Is that what I'm hearing?
Did I say no? I didn't. I just said, why can't you do it yourself?
And I said I will already be putting a message out. Now, I think I have been quite polite and pleasant with you. Or is it your intention to ensure that your faces, names, and identities is spread across every checkpoint, making your life a living hell? All I need from you is a simple yes or no. Will you assist in retrieving this ledger in return for the satisfaction of knowing that your rescued friend can remain safe and rescued.
I'm going to look at Steve for this. I'm not answering at all.
Look, the only thing I was trying to say, these lovely people have an establishment to run.
They do. And I am
And
sure there is more information that has passed through these walls than even we are aware of. And I am sure this is but a splodge of ink on a page in a ledger somewhere that they must have been keeping. If we were not being neutral, we would have asked for those ledgers too. But this is their establishment, and you are merely being housed here, briefly. We are visitors, and we have a code to abide by. As the agreed establishment rules, if you would kindly look up and read, does state no magic, no violence, or any other damned thing will be tolerated.
Steve takes a very big sigh, ponders for a second. Well, considering you're not giving us much of a choice, I suppose we'll find a ledger.
If
Steve actively looks down like he's ashamed to say it.
If we find the ledger before you do, before the third bell, just know that we won't bother turning up here. There'll be no need. And you can see that as a sign of we've got its back. If we don't get it, then we'll be here hoping you have. And if you don't have it then, well, I will have to escalate this to one of our officers. You have until the third bell tonight to retrieve that ledger. Or at the very least, a page of it as proof.
Then I guess we'll be going then.
Very well. Hopefully we won't see you tonight. And the three of them turn and walk out. As you look up at James and Victoria, you see that Victoria has been writing down everything word for word. And she looks up and simply says, "He's not wrong, you know. We do have a ledger of everything in these walls that's happened. Make for quite an interesting read. One day. Maybe a bedtime story or two. When we're older." And she slips a cap back over her quill. And on the ink bottle, puts it down. "Well, I guess you've got something to do."
Suppose we do. Steve turns to the rest of them and I'm sorry about this, guys. They didn't give much of a choice. Steve looks very ashamed of this, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Are we-
yeah.
Are we really going ahead with this and retrieving that ledger for these people.
Well, here's the thing. If we get it, we can sneak a picture of it.
Oh, is your phone charged?
It is. I've barely used it.
How many days has it been, DM?
It's been a while, but I assume you've been sharing the solar charger that you have to try and keep them charged up.
Yeah. Sure, we have.
There's no use for our phones. At least some of us would have turned them off, at the very least.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, not using
Steve has
them,
barely
when
used his phone.
when they needed it, then we would use a solar charger.
Yeah.
Well, we in theory have to do it, but also if they're all actively looking out for it, what do we really want to do?
Not this.
Like, honestly, if they find it themselves, like, what is their issue? If they find it, great, you found it. Like, why are you going after us?
Because they know we're involved
They're
with
ridiculous.
the rescue and the rescue of Aura from Simbarra's Annex and the subsequent death of their guards.
What if we try to get out? Leave.
Also, if you think about it, the third bell is also when they're going to be moving these people from
7 logs?
7. Yes, that's the one. I was trying to read my notes. I've
I
written too many.
remembered something. Oh my goodness.
7 dots. I was trying to
It's a
go through my
miracle.
notes. I've written so much. Oops. Yeah. So if we have a choice, do we rescue the people from the 7 docks, or do we go after this stupid ledger?
I think we rescue the people.
Me personally, I'm down for the
agreement.
rescue.
And
I don't
obviously,
want to do no dirty work.
when Aura and Chris come back, we'll have to get their opinion as well.
Yeah.
And I know Aura won't want to hunt down Bushoven for the ledger for these people.
No.
And with that, we're going to skip over to Aura and Chris and Milo.
Milo.
Yeah.
Also, can I have sent Barnaby out for Aura and Chris?
You can indeed.
Yeah, that's
As you're walking along, you do notice that there is indeed a Barnaby up in the skies. But
Chris is kind of hanging a little behind Aura and Milo, and is effectively ready to cast Pass Without Trace at any point. And is just looking worried and just looking around.
fair enough. So, as you fall behind every so often, giving Aura the space that she needs and wishes for, Milo very often stops, looks up at you, and waits for you to catch up a bit. And then turns around, and in his own way, he's looking at the two faces, making sure you're both there, constantly checking, constantly seeming to count to make sure you're all still there, as it were. But through all of this, Milo barely leaves Aura's side. And as you're walking through the streets, it's relatively quiet this morning, as it's still fairly early. But there are the murmurs of various merchants, carts and wagons being pulled along, as if they're going somewhere to set up for the day, whatever the case may be. Aura,
Is.
What's going on with yourself as you go for this walk?
Aura's trying to clear her head. She prides herself on being a calm and pragmatic person.
Mm.
And right now, she is not calm. In fact, she is very much the opposite of calm. And so is trying to mitigate as much of these extra unnecessary emotions as much as possible. So she's just taking like this long walk. She's trying to take in as much sunlight as she can. And she'll often just kind of stop and take like a really, really, really deep breath in and continue walking.
Okay. I want you to roll me a d6, Lou.
You got this.
I got this. I got this.
You got this.
As
Okay.
you roll your d6, a thought crosses your mind.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
A question.
That's a 1.
Question pops into your head randomly, of your own accord. Who does Aura allow closest to her? It's a random thought.
Aura doesn't really allow anyone close to her.
Hmm.
Sad face.
It's
I
quite-
think if there were anyone, it would have to be Chris.
a second thought pops into your head. What did the Rit misunderstand about you?
Oh, I don't know. What did they misunderstand about her? Ah, that's a tough question. That she harbors any power. That she's anyone of note.
Clearly, you don't understand your own abilities. I want you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
What?
You got this. You got this.
Okay. A 10. 3.
You
Okay.
feel the taint within you try to surge to the surface. As a third and final thought pops into your head. What part of the rescue are they not telling you about? Why did Jess turn away? Briefly. before it fades and the taint disappears beneath your skin again. What are you doing?
Aura kind of stops as she feels the taint, and she panics.
Chris almost just walks right into her before stopping himself.
Huh.
She kind of holds onto her chest as the questions spiral in her head, and then she'll turn to look at Chris and take them by the shoulders.
They look very concerned.
What are you not telling me about the rescue?
What do you mean?
Why did Jess go back? What happened?
I don't know what you mean.
Jess, we were in the tunnel and she turned back. Why?
Guys, I genuinely oh
Jess turned back to burn the
Guys,
place to the ground because she's not
Oh.
a fan of asylums, and what they were doing is wrong.
Oh,
Mhm.
Would
I
Chris have known that?
Yeah, she'd made it clear before that she wanted to destroy the place and burn the place to the ground because she'd had that
think we all agreed.
conversation with Lord Whitestaff, where Lord Whitestaff says he was pretty much like, do whatever you want, but don't get caught, basically.
Right then. Uh, Before I say what they did, just know that I I kind of realize now what Jess probably did, and I don't know. We talked about it before we went in, but I didn't know that she was kind of being for real, and now I realize she probably was. And they kind of have they look slightly worried and have just a look on their face that says, "Please don't be mad at me."
Aura looks slightly manic as she's looking at Chris. She's not quite herself right now.
Aura, are you okay?
Just tell me what happened. I need to know.
I will let you know. Just what brought this on? I thought it was silent walkie time. You just kind of suddenly stopped. What's going on?
When Aura goes to speak about it, can she speak about it?
Absolutely.
There is this darkness within me, and it speaks to me. It asks questions, and I must disprove it.
Chris somehow looks even more worried.
It burns within my skin, and it feels like it's running through my veins like it's beating within my own heart. And it speaks my inner worries.
So this is just something that you've been worrying about.
Yeah.
This isn't kind of weird, some kind of thing telling you to do weird shit.
Yeah.
If it did start to tell you to do weird shit, tell me, please, and I'll tell you not to do the weird shit.
Yeah, sure.
But fine. Yeah. I do kind of realize now. Jess probably went back to maybe set a small fire, and they kind of bite their lip.
That's amazing.
We didn't start the fire.
They kind of bite their lip, and it's like, we were talking about it beforehand, and that, like, I said, yeah, let's burn it down, and it's kind of like, I was like really mad because obviously you were taken, and then, like, you know, I was just like, but I don't know, I didn't realize that Jess was probably actually gonna do it. I don't know if she actually did go back and set that fire, but I feel like she did.
She didn't get a chance. And as you're walking along, you look up and you realise that for whatever reason, the direction you chose subconsciously was indeed towards St. Barrow's Annex. And there in front of you, the place stands, still standing, still there, still complete.
Tom, I'm gonna need you to roll me a persuasion.
Hey,
Oh no.
that's a
Oh, no.
6.
Laura slowly backs away from Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's turn around.
You're the only person I can really trust here.
Okay.
And I can tell you're lying to me.
I'm not.
If she set a fire, then why is the building still standing?
Maybe she didn't.
Then why did she
I
go back?
told you, I don't know exactly what she did. If she went back, I assume she tried. But I don't know. I'm not in her head. I don't know. I don't see what she sees.
You have been talking about this plan for, I'm assuming, days. How would you not
No!
know?
This was something that was just said before we went in. This wasn't part of the big whole plan. We weren't gonna, let's just set it on fire at the end. That's definitely part of the plan. That wasn't agreed on.
Can I roll an insight to see if she believes him?
You can indeed, with advantage.
With advantage. Okay. Okay.
Thank God for the
23.
advantage.
They are
He's-
telling the truth. They are desperately
God.
trying to get you to understand that they are telling no lies.
Mm-hmm. He is.
They almost seem desperate.
Aura turns her back to them and looks back at the annex.
Mm-hmm.
Let's turn around, Aura.
Okay. Yeah.
I just happened to 5 a.m.
You turn around.
Chris holds out a hand.
Aura doesn't take the hand, but kind of walks into their arm
Mm-hmm.
so that their hand kind of is in the middle of her back.
They snake it around to just kind of lay it on her shoulders. Just gently.
I think I lost something in there.
Yeah, what was your marbles like?
Oh my
And they
god.
try and give a chuckle, but they realize that that's probably it. And they just kind of be like, and they're just kind of like, sorry.
Hey, let's hope it's not the pretty marbles. That would suck.
Oh, yeah, that's true enough.
I'm really tired. Let's go.
Yeah.
You both, and Milo between you, walk back to the Tailors of Cambridge, where the others are waiting for your return. Barnaby gives you the heads up that they're coming back before they arrive, maybe a couple of minutes before they arrive.
Again, does Aura, one, notice Barnaby, and two, know of Barnaby's existence?
I don't think you do actually.
I don't
Does
think you
Aura-
know of his existence.
Okay, does Aura notice Barnaby?
You definitely saw a white owl.
And she notices the white owl following them?
It was fairly high up. It could have been, and it was sort of doing circular motions, so it could have been hunting something. But it was definitely on the same trail as yourself, yes.
I'm gonna
Aura's-
imagine that Chris is just wasn't looking around because just paying too much attention to Aura.
Aura's not in her right state of mind. Halfway on their way back home, she's gonna attack that bird.
No!
Whoa! Did she not even point it out to Chris beforehand?
No. She just turns around and is gonna cast Guiding Bolt. I'm so sorry.
Can I try and grab her hand when I see her trying to cast a spell?
I need you to roll me a perception check first. See if you can determine what she is casting kind of guiding bolt at.
Can I roll a stealth against
21.
that?
Against
Why?
21. You can certainly try.
Natural 20.
Oh no. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Please stop!
You
Holy
cast
crap.
guiding bolts. Roll to hit.
Oh my god. 20.
Bird.
20.
Die.
That
That
hits.
hits Barnaby.
How many hit points has Barnaby got?
Oh,
1.
1. This bird explodes into
Oh dear.
feathers.
Ooh.
And then
Fuck, is it-
vanishes. There's no trace of any viscera coming down.
Aura?
Did you see a picture you didn't like or something?
Aura will grab Chris by the shoulder and pull him and Milo to the side of the path and be like, there was a bird, and it was following us. And I just killed it, and it wasn't even a real bird. We were being stalked by a magical bird.
Chris's eyes just widen, and it's just like, oh, I think that was Steve's bird.
Steve doesn't know a bird.
It's a new development.
How the fuck does one develop a bird that can stalk someone from a distance in the matter of 3 days?
I don't know. He just kind of does things now.
Aura's just looking at Chris. Like, what the fuck?
So, Steve,
Yeah.
for a brief moment, you feel a connection break. You feel a slight burning sensation and a small tuft of feathers in your vision explodes.
I think what's worse, I think was Steve was looking through his eyes.
Oh, so you just see Aura turn around, lightning speed, and with pure murderous intent, aim pure holy light at you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Direction.
Yep. And with that, you make it back to Tailors of Cambridge.
Yeah. Aura's shaking the entire
Sorry, you're
time.
gonna need to get the expensive stuff to cast Find Familiar again.
Oh no.
So I feel like Steve is waiting on them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He is standing with
Barnaby.
his back towards the entrance.
Uh-huh.
Poor Barnaby keeps getting shot down. Bless him.
Yeah.
He keeps getting killed.
Maybe not an owl next time.
I don't know what it is, but in my campaigns, so far,
Owls,
Ow-
you did
owls
great.
have died.
Yeah,
Owls
it's
are
very
just not
apparent
welcome
now.
You picked a cursed animal. This is your
Owls
fault.
are cursed in your campaigns, honestly.
Two of them were owlins.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Two of
Yep,
them were
yep.
actual owls.
Two of them were player characters that both died.
Hey, in my defense, in one of the campaigns, I revived it. In one of the campaigns, I killed it. Gotta
Yep.
even things out.
Balances out. That's fine.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Natural order.
Clipping.
Hey, I'm
Right.
vegan. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to pardon her. I'm vegan. It's okay.
As you arrive back, Steve has his back to the entrance. Jess is just standing there. They're looking a little shaken, trying to make up their mind as to what to do as you enter.
So, I hope you had a good walk.
Aura is going to walk up to Steve, and she does not look happy. You sent a bird to stop me?
No, he was there to send a message that you needed to come back as soon as possible. But
Yeah, well, you
considering
didn't. He stopped us.
he was making sure that he was keeping an eye on you to make sure nothing bad happened. I was just looking out for you.
I have someone else with me, and I know that you have had to come rescue me, and I am so sorry about that, but I am a fully capable woman.
Listen, we have more.
It's not just that. There's been a
Sorry, I was going to say we have more pressing issues right now to discuss.
yeah. That's what I was going to as well.
Aspen. It actively looks at this moment that a small argument might be breaking out amongst your friends. Are you doing anything?
Mm. No, I think it's fine.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's
No one's
fine.
bleeding. No one's bleeding,
Yeah.
so it's okay. I'll keep an eye out. If it gets like a little bit too much, then I can like tuck Steve behind me. He's a squishy wizard, so if need be.
He is wizard.
But
Fair
right now,
enough.
it's fine.
As
Yeah, I mean, he's
Jess.
not quite squishy though. He's like a
Yes.
fucking martial arts guy.
Wizard tank.
Emotional
Yes.
support, Steve.
Emotional support, Steve.
Well, he
Yeah.
might become a tax thief soon.
But Jess,
What?
you
Oh no.
you state that there are more pressing issues.
We've had some visitors. And they've given us an ultimatum.
Excellent.
And I'll look at Steve.
Steve calms down. Look, the reason I sent Barnaby, my owl, I sent him to send a message that you needed to come back as soon as possible because there was an ultimatum from the Black Glass Ritz. It was either, look, the book has been stolen. The ultimatum was
The book, someone risked their life to get to me, was stolen.
yeah, it was
Varshoven took
stolen.
it back.
We got an ultimatum: either bring back the book, or we wouldn't get out of the city at all.
And we've also been told by Varshoven that we have a chance to intercept more people trafficking at, God damn, where's my notes? Help, 7 locks. Seven locks.
Locks.
Third bell, we have a chance to intercept and rescue a load of people who are
How-
being trafficked to Zimbaro's annex. Or at the third bell, we have to return this stupid book to the Black Glass Rit.
How can we
Ooh,
trust
so-
anything this man says?
We can't.
So we sneak around, we get people out, and then we leave the city. And
That's
then we
the
don't
thing.
help. I feel like it's cut and dry.
It's a trap. The thing is, if we try and leave the city and sneak out the city, they're going to have people on every single exit, every single pair of eyes on us, every single guard looking for us, every single toll booth looking for us. There will be no escape from Londinium. It's a walled city.
Not with that attitude.
Well, I'm saying. What I'm saying.
I'm in agreement. We rescue the people and get the hell out of here.
This is how we get
And
caught.
besides, they won't know that they won't know that we haven't given it back until after the 3 bells. So
We have to meet them here at the 3 bells.
We will get caught this way. We're understanding this, right? This is exactly how they want us. They have us how they want us. We're playing into their hands.
Yep, it's a trap.
It definitely is.
I mean, everything that they fucking say is basically a trap. Like, we have to do something.
This paper, and I'll grab it off the table. This paper that Varshoven left us, it's today. And obviously we've deciphered it, haven't we? DM, could you
Yes,
put it
you
back on
have.
the screen? I was going to say, could you put it back on the screen, please, DM?
I can indeed.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank you.
move back to the handout.
Thank you very much. So there are 17 people, I believe. Well, 12 people cleared for transfer in laundry cart 4 at 7 locks at the third bell. They're being trafficked out of St. Barrow's Annex or into, sorry.
Into.
Into St. Barrow's Annex. From 7 docks. 7 locks, sorry.
We cannot trust that this is true.
And if it is true, 12 innocent people are going to be tortured, maimed, lobotomized.
I
Worse
think
than a Victorian asylum. They put stuff into them.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
this is about to get fun.
Different number.
This is about to get fun.
Snaps.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And she just like grabs her head and she just shouts, I know! I fucking get it! I saw it!
Jess is not going to react. Jess is just going to, because Aura's grabbing her, Jess will pull her into a hug.
Aura is gonna start like punching the back of Jess's chest
I'm not going to react. I'm going to keep on hugging her.
Before
Okay.
it
What's your
slowly
strength
turns-
modifier?
My strength. Oh, aura.
+3.
Oh,
Damn.
ouch.
As she pounds into your back, you will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as
Yep.
as she hits you.
That's fine.
And her punches become softer and shaky before she just ends up clinging to Jess's clothes and crumples to the floor.
Jess will go kneel down with her and pull her into the biggest hug and just hold her tightly and let her cry or whatever.
She cries, and it's almost silent till all of a sudden she like screams, and it's such a scream of like pure anguish.
Keep on hugging her. And
Because
I'll like
everything
stroke
is
the back
going-
of her, like stroke the back of her hair and her head and just stay silent.
And
Everything's
that,
gone wrong.
and that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, oh.
No!
He always does this and ends on a
Fun.
cliffhanger.
Damn, guys, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I can't believe you.
I was fully expecting you to come in and kill me, to be fair, so, I'll take it.
To be
I have
fair,
3 HP.
she was